All right, what's up, everyone, and welcome. Today, we are starting a brand new quest. But forget the video games for a second, because this is about unlocking a real-life skill tree, learning how to play the acoustic guitar. Come on, you know that feeling, right? You're scrolling through TikTok or you're deep into a game, and you hear this amazing piece of music and just think, man, I wish I could do that. You're an expert at listening to music, but what if you could actually make it? Well, guess what? That's exactly what we're going to do today. Think of this as your official character creation screen. We're going to turn you from a music listener into a music maker. So yeah, it's time to grab your controller, your guitar, and let's jump in. Okay, so first things first. Before you can beat any level, you gotta know what's in your inventory, right? Every hero has their special weapon, and yours is the acoustic guitar. So let's get to know your new sidekick. So what even is an acoustic guitar? The easiest way to think about it is like a sound system that doesn't need to be plugged in. It's got its own built-in amplifier made of wood. That hollow part of the body takes the tiny vibrations from the strings and makes them big, loud, and clear for everyone to hear. So let's talk about the body. That's the big, hollow part, and it's basically the guitar's speaker. When you pluck a string, that whole wooden box vibrates, pushing the sound out and giving it that awesome, warm tone that acoustic guitars are famous for. Okay, attached to the body, you've got the neck. Now this is where all the action happens. It's like the game board. The front of it is the fretboard, and you see those little metal strips? Those are called frets. They're like the different spaces on the board that show you where to put your fingers to get different notes. And way up at the top, you have the headstock. This is your command center. See those little knobs? Those are the tuning pegs. You turn them to make the strings tighter or looser, which changes their pitch. From a low sound to a high sound. Getting this right is so important, because a guitar that's in tune is what sounds good, and one that's out of tune sounds, well, like a mess. All right, gear check complete. You know the layout of your new equipment. Now it's time to learn how to actually use it. This is kind of like picking up a new gaming controller for the first time. We got to figure out the controls, and that starts with just how you hold the thing. Getting your player posture right is key if you want to play for a while without getting tired. So find a chair that doesn't have any arms. You need your elbows to be free. Then just rest the curve of the guitar on your lap and try to keep your back straight. Let your strumming arm just hang naturally over the body. It might feel a little weird at first, but trust me, this is the best way to set yourself up for success. Now let's talk about your action buttons, the 6 strings. Each string is a different thickness and plays a different note. The thickest one on top is a low E, and the thinnest one on the bottom is a high E. Memorizing these is one of your first little mini quests, but don't worry, we've got a cheat code for it. And here it is. To remember the strings from the top one down to the bottom, just remember this silly phrase. Eddie ate dynamite. Goodbye, Eddie. Seriously. E, A, D, G, B, E. Say it a few times. It's a classic for a reason. It totally works. Okay, now think about this. Playing guitar is basically a 2-player co-op game, and both players are your hands. They have completely different jobs, but they have to work together perfectly to make music. So let's break down the roles for player 1 and player 2. Your left hand is the move selector. It's like your joystick. It's the one that's going to be moving around the fretboard, pressing down on the strings to choose the notes. And your right hand, that's your action button. It's the one that strums or plucks to actually make the sound happen. One hand chooses the move, the other one makes it go. It's that simple. So let's talk about some pro tips for your left hand, because this is how you get a really clean sound. First, we number our fingers. 1 is your index, 4 is your pinky. Now, when you press down on a string, you want to aim for the spot just behind the metal fret, not right on top of it. That's the sweet spot. Also, keep your fingernails short so they don't buzz on the other strings, and rest your thumb on the back of the neck. That gives you the power you need. Okay, so you know the controls. Now it is time to unlock some musical cheat codes. And on guitar, cheat codes are called chords. They're basically simple finger shapes that make these awesome, full sounds instantly, and they are the foundation of pretty much every song you've ever heard. So a chord is just when you play 3 or more notes all at the same time. And instead of a single little note, you get this big, rich, harmonious sound. And here's the best part. With just a few easy chords, like G, C, and D, you can literally play thousands of songs. You learn those and bam, you've just unlocked a huge chunk of music. So how do you know where to put your fingers? You use these things called chord diagrams. They're like little maps for your hands. It's really simple. The 6 vertical lines are the strings, the horizontal lines are the frets. The little black dots, they show you exactly where to put your fingers. And if you see an O, that means play the string open without touching it. And X means don't play that string at all. See? It's a super simple system. So, you've got your gear, you know the basic controls, and you've just unlocked your first cheat codes. So what's next? How do you get better? How do you level up from noob to pro? It's simple. You gotta grind for that XP. And in music, we call that practice. The absolute best way to level up fast is with daily quests. I'm serious. Practicing for just 15 minutes every single day is so much better than one super long practice session on the weekend. It's all about building that muscle memory. Set tiny goals for yourself, like learning one new chord this week. And most important, be patient. Your fingertips need time to get used to this, and your muscles need time to get stronger. It will happen. And with that, your basic training is complete. You now have everything you need to actually start this journey. You've got the gear, you know the controls, and you are ready to play. So really, there's only one question left to ask. What song will you learn first? Your adventure starts now. Good luck!